The world of consumer electronics isn't as innocent as manufacturers like to claim. Today we're going to dive into the dark world of HiFi yet again to try and bring to light some of this hobby's shadiest practices. Let's get to it. Have you ever wondered why vintage audio holds such a special place in the hearts of many old-timers? While sound quality is undoubtedly a factor, there's another key aspect that keeps them coming back to these older models. In the heyday of the 60s and 70s, HiFi manufacturers had a different approach. They crafted components to be user-friendly when it came to repairs. This allowed these classic components to still be relevant today and actively sold on the used market. Fast forward to today's world, and the HiFi landscape, much like the broader electronics industry, has significantly changed. Access to vital resources like schematics, replacement parts, and repair guides has become restricted, often locked behind manufacturer walls. This transition poses quite a challenge for enthusiasts who genuinely want the chance to upgrade their systems or address issues hands-on. They'd prefer to mend these problems themselves rather than dig deep into their pockets for a brand new replacement. And quite frankly, who could blame them? The right to repair movement is a fascinating and important trend that's been gaining traction over the last few years. I'll try and break it down as quickly as possible. Imagine you've got a really awesome CD player, right? One day it just stops working. Now, you know a thing or two about fixing stuff, or perhaps you have a good buddy that's sorted you out in the past. But this time, you find out that you can't get the spare parts, or you don't have access to the repair manuals or schematics that you need. You're stuck with a broken $1,000 CD player, and the only solution seems to be to shell out a lot of money for a new one, or to send it to the manufacturer's authorized service center, which can not only take forever, but also cost a boatload. Doesn't seem fair, right? Well, that's what the folks behind the right to repair movement think as well. They argue that once you've bought a product, it's yours, and you should be able to repair it, modify it, or get it repaired by whoever you want without needing permission from the manufacturer. This movement isn't just about consumer rights and saving money, though. It's also about reducing waste and making our society more sustainable. After all, repairing and reusing electronics is generally better for the environment than creating new ones. Now, it's also important to note that HiFi companies may have concerns about the right to repair. They might worry about intellectual property issues, about maintaining the quality and safety of their products, and about potential liability if a repair goes wrong. This is a complex issue with, I hate to say it, but with valid arguments on both sides. Something I don't see getting resolved anytime soon, if ever. Now, there are a few steps HiFi companies can take to mitigate the situation. Providing service manuals and schematics is something that was done in the past, and it worked. By making service manuals easily accessible, companies can help consumers and independent repair shops fix their products. This includes providing information on how to safely disassemble and reassemble their products, as well as troubleshooting information. Selling spare parts should be a thing. HiFi companies could make it easier to buy replacement parts. For example, if a speaker driver completely blows on you, the company could provide a way for consumers to buy a new driver instead of having to replace the whole speaker. Some companies design their products in a modular way, making it easier to replace individual components. While this is more common in the computer industry, it could also be applied to HiFi products. Imagine if a piece of electronics actually made sense to work on. While the right to repair movement is gaining momentum, not all companies are on board. In fact, there are quite a few that make it harder for us, the consumers, to fix our own devices. This strategy is part of what's often called planned obsolescence, a concept that's stirred up quite a bit of debate in the tech scene. Now, what does this mean for us? Well, it can often mean we're forced to buy new products or rely on the manufacturer's service providers when things go wrong. And it's not just a thing in the world of smartphones and laptops. It's something we're seeing across a huge range of industries, from home appliances to our beloved HiFi gear. So you might be wondering, how exactly are these companies making it more annoying for us to roll up our sleeves and fix our own gear? Let me break it down for you. Firstly, we've got the warranty wangle. Some manufacturers will yank your warranty away the moment your device is touched by anyone other than an authorized service provider, or in some cases, even just opened up. Sure, They argue it's about maintaining repair quality, but it also boxes us into using potentially expensive or inconvenient repair options. Not cool. Then we have what I like to call disposable design. Ever notice how some products seem to have a rather short lifespan, and when they go down, there's no reviving them? That's because they're built with the idea of replacement over repair. A budget HiFi system, for example, might use lower grade components that aren't user-friendly when it comes to repairs. So, when one piece goes to shit, you're looking at replacing the whole system. Next on the list, we have proprietary pitfalls. Some HiFi gear uses proprietary software or hardware that doesn't play nice with third-party replacements. Say, a DAC chip or an amp module in your audio system uses a specific interface. Swapping it out for a similar part from a different maker could be out of the question. Then there's the pricey parts situation. Sometimes manufacturers set the cost of replacement parts so high that you might as well buy a new device. Ever notice this with consumer parts like stylus needles for your turntables or lamps for your projectors? Yeah, you're not alone. Finally, we have the locked away resources. Some companies outright refuse to sell replacement parts to us, the consumers, or even independent repair shops. They hoard service manuals and diagnostic software, making it unreasonable for anyone outside their select service centers to carry out repairs. All these tactics may seem like just absolute shit, but remember, the right to repair movement is here and growing stronger. It's all about getting the right to fix your own stuff. And together, we can make a difference. It's just annoying because the companies that use these tactics just argue that it's to ensure repairs are high quality and safe and to protect their intellectual property. What do I think? I say these practices are stifling competition, increasing electronic waste, and stripping consumers of the right to fix the products they paid for. That's some bullshit, right? If more companies are held accountable for their anti-repair practices, it could bring about changes in the industry. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Perhaps this is why we're witnessing a significant surge in DIY enthusiasts. With DIY, you're the one who put it together, so naturally you're equipped to fix it too. What's even more heartening is that manufacturers are starting to embrace this DIY culture, making kits widely available for those who want to add their personal touch to a product. There's a profound and innate desire within us to build, repair, create, tinker, and enhance. In our post-industrial world, the pursuit of hi-fi audio has become a satisfying outlet for this deep-seated craving. That's precisely why many enthusiasts gravitate towards the used and vintage markets. They offer an enticing alternative to the new black boxes that flood today's market. I wanted to add more to this video. I just didn't know I was going to dive this deep into the rabbit hole about this particular topic. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, ask the like button to open the door to the world of hi-fi for you.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notified every time a new video is born. With all that said and done, I will see you on the next one, friends. Take care.